Hello, you guys. Welcome back. It's been a minute, but welcome. My name is Summer, and welcome to my channel, Vibely. So, it has been a minute, but I feel like I'm a totally different, completely different person, you guys. Besides all the puffiness from my eyes watering and everything sprouting. I've been sleeping with all the windows are open in the house, and I've been sleeping that way, so I'm a little bit swollen, and nasally. But I love it. I love the sun. I love the good weather. But I'm gonna have to take this off because I'm drinking coffee too. But I was cold earlier. But so for 2 weeks, I think it probably lasted a good 3 weeks, I would say. But for 2 weeks, I was so sick, you guys. But I brought it on myself. So my grandmother was sick and in the hospital. And when she came home, my dad was the only one really like taking care of her every day and driving and doing the work because she couldn't really get around and do things for herself. So I went and drove to Texas one weekend and took care of her all weekend and visited with family and stuff. And then when I came back, I decided, you know what? I still had like a month and a half left of recovery from my surgery. By the way, look, it looks so good. You can barely notice it. There's not a lump left. Anyways, I was like, you know what? I'm going through such a hard time right now. Like, in my life anyways, like I'm like restoring, starting over from scratch. And I've already had this thing about wanting to be on a health journey and get my health back to origination, like when it was its healthiest, right? So I was like, why not just go all out with it and cold turkey everything? Since everything was taken from me anyways, why not do it with my health too? So crazy, I know. So I decided to, even though I had still a month and a half left, I decided to quit all my pain pills. I quit cold turkey on those. I decided to quit smoking. I haven't smoked cigarettes in 2 months. So I quit all of that at the same time, and I started running every day. So I did get really, really, really sick with detox, like the pain medicine for my surgery. That was bad enough within itself. I was really sick from that. But the nicotine withdrawal was crazy. It gave me really bad insomnia, it gave me bad moods, and so I was like wriggling in pain on the couch for like 2 weeks, and everybody's like, you're so crazy for doing this cold turkey. I was like, I know, but I just want to have it done. So that's typically how I do it. When I do it, I fucking do it. I do it. And I say what I'm going to do, and I do what I say. I'm just that way. Excuse me. So coming back from it, once I could get off the couch, once I had energy and I wasn't like throwing up or sick from like detox and had the strength to do it, I started running. And so I do walk more than I run. However, I'm like training myself to run. So I'll run about a total of a mile. I haven't done it nonstop yet. Like, I'm slowly integrating it in. But I'll run full 1 mile, and then I'll walk 3 to 5. So I do that every day. And it's a promise to myself, because I could never be consistent with it in the past. I'm making that promise to myself, a self-love promise of doing it no matter what. No matter what, I get outside every single day, even in the cold, and I've been doing it in the cold, and I'm like, but I'm doing it. So that is where I have been. I've been working on myself. And, some days are better than others, but I'm doing it, and I'm showing up for myself. and dating again. I started, dated a few, went on a few dates, talked to a few people, but then I really, there's one person, I'm just dating just one person that I kind of hit it off with, and you know, it's very good for right now. Is it serious? No, not really, but I'm just enjoying the time, and that's all there is right now. That's all there is to that type of option, is just exploring and becoming friends with people and having fun, and that's what we're doing, is having fun. And not really in a space to say I want this, you know, to a serious degree or anything right now. But basically, I'm trying to get back out there in the world and date people and have new experiences. And they're turning out to be really good friends. I love their family, and I love their group of friends. And, you know, I hung out with their friends on, you know, the first or second date, and they were really freaking cool, and they were welcoming to me, and they weren't just very, like, defensive. Like, they were really cool and welcoming and warming. And so I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed meeting them. They're a totally different crowd in Oklahoma, and they're pretty cool and laid back and fun and funny and chill. So we've been hanging out there a lot, just really trying to get back out there and start new and be this different or original person, I should say. But let's get started. Drinking some coffee this morning. Okay, so let's do a few shuffles, and we're going to see what's coming for the collective in November. Oh, by the way, I have lost 31 pounds. 31 pounds. I'm ready for this new gym to open up right next to my house. That would be amazing. And I think I only have 3 weeks left until I'm fully released and I can start lifting weights and all that jazz. So, but like, I have full range, but I have zero pain. I've been carrying stuff, like, it's phenomenal. Like, I'm completely different body. It feels like I have strength and agility, and I don't have to take breaks anymore when I'm doing stuff. Used to with my back, I'm like, okay, I just got to stand up for a minute, you know, just little things like that. It's a different quality of life, that's for sure. Cheers. Okay, one more shuffle for the collective. Let's see what's coming in for November. Whoop, whoop. This is a general reading. So, if you were going through something where you would like clearer answers or more clarity, check out my link below on Jot form. You can fill out for a personal reading. How about let's not do 50 cards. All right, this is a brand new deck, if you can't tell. It's kind of hard to... There we go. Okay. Emma Ray's outside my window. So if you don't know anything about us, we have 2 cats and 1 dog, and that's Emma. Okay. So November, we have the 6. This is the Lovers. So this could be talking about a Gemini that is in your energy. You could be the Gemini. However, this card, the Lovers, speaks of choices. It speaks of love, yes. However, it speaks of major choices in your life. The number 6 also speaks about balance, reciprocity. I'm feeling that this is also surrounded by, not surrounded, this whole situation is surrounded by someone's religious or personal beliefs. So whatever happened in this situation with a partnership, or even honestly, someone's desires are being implicated by someone's beliefs or family beliefs. So let's get a little bit more about this, because the Lovers can mean so much. But as in a general setting where there's nothing much else to tell me, this can be where it stops. It can tell me, you know, November, since we are coming with Libra direct, Libra season's all about relationships and love and kindred spirits and soulmates and connections and things like that. So this could just be significant for this time frame. But since we don't have much to go on right now, I feel like this is more talking about this being in your energetic field. A soulmate is heavy on your mind. Decisions about this person, decisions about a Gemini, temptation surrounding a Gemini, temptation surrounding you. This does talk about a specific union being put to the test. Let's see if we can get any more, because I feel like the reason why I'm not like going too much into this, especially being the first card, is because I believe it's not holding a great significance. I do believe that the number 6, the balance and restoration of November, is going to be significant in your life, of general balance being restored. But the reason why I don't like the Lovers as the first card out right here for this specific reading is because the energy that I'm getting is it doesn't hold much weight. It's like all it's saying is decisions about a person. Basically, if someone is still stuck in their head about making a decision about a person, or you have multiple decisions, and this is driving me crazy. Someone could be thinking about returning home, going back home to their roots. Someone's also thinking about reflecting, like, was this connection only sexual? Was this... It's like, I know we had values that were similar, but it's like your mind is messing with you in the backflow, in the back scheme of things. Like, was there more to this? Was this just sexual? Was I tricked into something? Was I really romanticizing things in my head that weren't really there? Was this all just a sexual, intimate thing? That could be heavy on your mind. And I feel like you're going to have a few more of those incidences come up for you in November. And this might be just to kind of give you some clarity about the question and the decision about this original idea or this original person. And then there's these situations that are going to come to you in November with a newer person, but the same lessons. And it's like, are you really over it? Have you really learned your lesson? Can you make the right decision this time? Type of feel. Okay, and then we have coming out for November the Chariot and the King of Wands. So we have Cancer and we have Taurus energy. They don't necessarily have to have it in their chart. But it feels like in the month of November, you are stepping into this era of your life, this new season. I feel like something about the end of October really shredded something for you, like the last remnants of the old was gone with the full moon. And I feel like you are overcoming some huge obstacle that overtook your entire life, your entire being, your entire essence. And even I'm hearing a little bit of your soul. Like it took so much out of you. Your big lesson here, I feel like, was to learn self-control. It's like you had to prove to yourself that you could have the self-discipline to get through this, to get through this obstacle, to get over the obstacle, to let go of the obstacle. Like there were so many lessons packed in such a short amount of time. You almost feel like you went through a major trauma. And that's what it's kind of progressing to, that you single-handedly overcame these obstacles in your life that forever changed you. And I feel like, in all honesty, although you may feel like it was a trauma, I feel more so it was what you manifested in a way. It was like all these lessons and triggers that have been holding you in a hamster wheel, recycled, repeated pattern came all to you at once. And finally, like it was the big crescendo, like, no, this is the last time you are going to repeat this lesson. This is the last time you're going to go through this. So we are going to make sure you remember this lesson because you have fumbled it many times. So the universe is going to kick it in gear for you so you can step into your true leadership. Not this half-ass leadership that you like to do, and then you get tired, or you get bored, and then you drop it. Or you have little mistakes here and there with your money, or you overspend. It's like, no, time is now. Time is up, you know. Your decisiveness has been a little bit off. That's one thing I feel like you couldn't get ahead of in this situation in the past few months. It was like, you're very good at being independent. You're very good at being loyal and optimistic. However, this time it was like, it was so hard for you to take initiative and be a leader. However, something that has changed within you of letting go of things that have recently kicked you to the ground, left you in this hardship, has really kicked you to the bottom. And the best way I can describe that, it takes a little bit away from the meaning because people have gotten so detached from the empathy feeling in their body. But basically, you hit rock bottom. This is all about hitting rock bottom, and you were struggling. Like it's almost like a depressed person trying to claw their way out of the dark, but they don't have enough energy to get up and turn on the light. You know what I mean? It's like crawling on the floor or in the dark and trying to feel around for the light. Yeah, you went through this hardship card, and this Five of Pentacles is being left out in the cold. This is a major hardship. This is when you hit rock bottom. You don't have anybody to help you. You lose your house, your home. you're out in the cold, you have a financial loss, you're going through one of the biggest struggles of your life, and that is the Five of Pentacles. And that's what has finally made you come out into making things change and being a leader again. When you kind of had a moment of like throwing up your hands like, I can't do this. I can't do this. This is too much, right? It's led you to transform. This is the Death card. And death is all about transforming. It's all about leaving behind things. It's all about, basically, it's changing yourself from changing your mind. Really, it's honestly from healing a bunch of things at one time is the transformation, because, I mean, the death is really about letting go of a past version of yourself. And this is where a lot of people struggle, and this is where a lot of people, you tend to see breakups or self-sabotage happen, because they're trying to go through a death phase of a certain time period of their life, or a person that they saw themselves as, or they associated themselves as, or their comfort area, something they really liked, but they're struggling to let go of it. They're struggling to move on to the next chapter, kind of like, you know, needing to grow up, knowing you have to grow up, but not wanting to, still having fun and still be like, no, I'm not ready, you know. This is that. This is that. This is learning how to, through hardships, learning how to be self-disciplined and self-controlled enough to let something go. And this is going to lead you into November with a lot of fast-paced energy with the King of Swords. I'm so sorry, I think I'm about to sneeze. I probably should close my windows for a day, because it makes my eyes water. If you can see, whew. Yeah, stuff in the air is getting to me. Okay. Okay, so this is leading to big changes for you in November. Since you've laid down things that no longer serve you, since you've done the work, I feel like in a way you've even mastered the self-discipline, you've mastered the self-control. It's like you're growing up. Good for you. So this brings in new opportunities. And these opportunities are going to require you to step up and take, you know, basically strike while the iron is hot type of feeling. Seize the moment, jump in, because the departure can be just as fast as the arrival if you do not jump. So this basically tells me you're going from indecisive to very decisive. Like you're finding that quick-witted thing and passion in you, this natural capability that you have comes back, and you're like, woo, getting shit done, taking names. And then we have some soul searching coming in. About, let's see. We have the Hermit coming in with the Six of Swords with the Ace of Swords. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see. Okay. So there's this essence of you with the Hermit and the Six of Swords and the Ace of Swords This is really you kind of tuning into that inner knowing, that inner guide that you have, of knowing that it's time to let go of this situation. It's time to finally be at peace. It's time to honor that self-love that you know you need, that self-respect that you know you need and want and desire. And it's like if you can't get it from external people, you know you're going to give it to yourself. So this is knowing that it's time to move on. You've seen the clarity of knowing it's time to move on to calmer waters, that this situation that you're leaving behind has no space anymore for you there. So much so that there's not even any space for you to grieve anymore. So what this is telling me is you're getting over this situation and you're finally overcoming this hardship. You've weathered the storm. You feel a sense of relief, even though there isn't a full boat there. It's like a raft. It's like a little sense of hope. It's like a savior. It's like you have been running away with no place to go, is the feeling I'm getting. You've been running away with no place to go. This also indicates there could be some travel surrounding some clarity, some ideas that get brought to you over the weekend or in November period. It seems like the rest of November, you will have the capability, you'll be able to focus better, you'll be able to see things better. You're going to be meeting some very stimulating people and having some very stimulating conversations. This could be with a Libra or Pisces. So I do see you talking about some new ideas with someone. This could be about a new job, a new opportunity. But I think this is just new people that are being introduced into your world, and they're introducing like you into their plans, into their way of life, into their success, into their clarity. And it's like they give you a new perspective. They give you a different, like I'm getting a different vibe, a different conversation, a conversation with like-minded people, a conversation with adults, or it's just totally different. It's a different vibe is what I'm getting. So this is a new crowd or a new group. So let's see if we can see anything that's coming in romantically for November. Too many cards. Sorry about you. Okay, so this is pretty cool. There is a very stable partner coming in for you with the Emperor. The Emperor is someone that, to me, indicates the persona of someone that has their shit together. There's no better way to say that. This is someone who knows what they want, says what they want, is stable. They are emotionally available. They are physically available. They are successful. They've already went to school. They've already got the financial rewards. They have had experiences. They're most likely a father. So you're manifesting a very stable person coming in. It's a very dominant masculine type of personality. Doesn't have to be for everyone, but the Emperor is a more masculine daddy vibe. Okay. This can indicate an older man. So if this is, it doesn't indicate somebody that's younger. So throw that out the window. This is a very authoritative figure. They like structure, but they're also a very logical and practical person too. They're not going to do this woo-woo, unpractical stuff, on a whim for you because they have other obligations. I'm just saying they have a very practical mindset of like, no, I'm not going to go out of my way to go over there when I have to go over here. That's going to be doubling back. Like they're just very practical. They're very left-brained. And you're going to be able to depend on them. And I feel like that's something you've wanted. Let's see if we can get anything else about this. Okay. Then we have the Two of Swords. What is the Two of Swords about? It jumps out, but it jumps out with like 10 cards. Okay. No. No. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so this Emperor coming in. With the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This person does give you a romantic proposal. I don't feel like it's romantic as you are used to or as romantic as you would like it to be. Meaning, like I get the vibe you're still going to take it, but you're like, oh, come on, you could have done a little better than that. Like this person is almost a little too practical. But then it shows me you're coming up to a Two of Swords, which is a decision. It's a, oh shit, I have to make a decision. And this gives me vibes of like, not saying this is the scenario that's happening, but this is the vibe it gives me. Like you start seeing someone new, you vibe with them, it's cool. Then someone comes back that you tugs on your heartstrings, tugs on your feels. And then you're stuck with a decision. Oh crap, I like this person. Difficult decisions. But I don't. Yeah, so regardless, you're going to have to make some decision about this person. I don't see another person coming in to intercept that you have to decide on. But for some reason, there is a decision that's going to have to be made. It's either that or you're going to have to be patient with this person because I feel like they have their hand in very many pots. I feel like they are successful person you want. They are that stable person you want, but they have a lot of things going on, and this might bother you to an extent of, this idea of this person seems great, but, I always wanted this type of outgoing person, someone that's stable, but they might be a little too all over the place for me to really start anything with them or see this progress. And I really don't, it's like you're giving me the energy of like, do I really want to put any energy in this? Do I really want to even work on this? It's like you don't really have enough feel in you for this person to go through all this, to be patient. You're like, I know when I am drove to be patient about a person, but I'm not deep enough in this to want to do that. So it's like you're having to decide. You're feeling like this is going to be more of a fantasy than a reality. So I see you just hanging back and letting things unfold as they should. Let's see if we can get any career, finances, or anything else happening in the home. So there is a new inspiration coming, good news coming for you. I think this is about you finding your passion again. With the Sagittarius type of energy, this fire energy, this is giving you a new sense of urgency and vitality. It's like you find a little bit of your spark, your passion again, your enthusiasm. And I feel like this is, if this is a new job, you're going to be getting good news about it. You're going to accept it. And this is, you may have to travel a little bit, but it's like getting back in the game, or you're starting something that really excites you and it's not like so Debbie Downer type of feel. So if you are looking for a new career, or if you've applied for one, this is your confirmation in the month of November that you will start it and you're excited about it. It will be something a little more physical, and it's going to put you in this King of Pentacles type of energy. Basically secure. You're going to be independently secure again. You're going to have that I'm thriving again. That secure feeling of, oh, I have a paycheck coming. And you're really going to throw yourself into this in the month of November. I feel like this is all you're going to be about. And that's perfect timing too, because this Saturn is in the house right now. It's going direct. And this is all about that. This is all about reality checks, how you show up in business, how you show up initiative, and things you want in your growth. What can you expand on? And when you know, sometimes you think about these ideas throughout the year and you have all these good ideas. When Saturn goes direct, Saturn is the house over these ideas. And when it goes direct in your house, this is when you put these into action. You're like, ooh, you finally get that spark of like, hey, you just talked about that this weekend and you started out. You start the first step. This is what drives you to be the risk taker and actually action, and not just thinking about it anymore. Instead of it just being potential idea, it gets driven into action when Saturn is indirect. And how do I know that, darling? Because I have been studying astrology. I'm almost done. Yeah, I'm almost done. But it is so amazing and has made me understand tarot so much better. And honestly made me understand myself so much better of how I respond to things. But yeah, this high status that you're used to is really the driving force. So I feel like by the end of November, you are going to be stable and secure after a long time of possibly not being, you know. Let's see if we have any more messages for the month of November. Yes. So, towards the end of the month in November, like I said, you're going to have the culmination. Culmination is when you're reaping everything from the harvest, everything that you've put in. This is 10 of Pentacles, where everything is getting paid off. The weighs and balances and checks and balances in your bank account is all getting balanced out. It's all being reciprocal. It's all going to, the scales balance. There may be a few little things that are unbalanced, but nothing you can't overcome. This is about solid foundations being restored. Yeah, so you're going to be culminating finally, reaping the harvest finally. And then lastly, at the bottom of the deck, we had the Three of Cups, which speaks about friendships. This is about you getting together with friends. This could be this new friendship group that you've made, this different vibe. This speaks of reunions and celebrations. This speaks of parties and socializing. This could be Thanksgiving, getting together as we see gatherings, but more so I see you celebrating with friends. Okay. So I hope this helped. or if nothing else was fun to give you some insight on, let me know if this resonates with you. If not, I will see you next time, crew. Peace and love and all that jazz. See you later. Bye-bye.